Hello! Welcome back to Bustthinned, a Dwarf Fortress Let's Play by Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. As you can see, I've laid out the bedrooms. I think before I said something ridiculous, which is that this arrangement came up with 100 dwarf bedrooms, which is silly because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just going to be a corridor, but that's 5 times 4, so that's 20 in each one of these blocks, multiplied by 4, so that's 80. So I'm just going to add another 2 to each of these. You know, it's going to slightly, you know, it's not going to be quite the pinwheel bit of perfection, but that's going to add another 32 to the total, and I mean that's going to be more than enough, I should think. You know, I have a hard cap of 150. This is going to be 112 or something. But I'm also going to have noble quarters, and some dwarves are going to get married, and I'm not adding 2 to any of those because I'm an idiot. I'll just get running again, that's fine. One of the advantages of this particular setup is you can just, because you can you know, hit shift and go 10 in a direction. You know, you just do it, shift, bump. Nice and quick to set that up. So this should be more than enough habitation for my dwarfy dwarves. And this central area I can make into whatever I want. So that's me officially making that open. I assume my mind has got other things to do. So they're up doing things. Where are you? Yeah, that's the graveyard's being dug out. You know, we're getting the noble quarters smooth. I'm going to smooth out and engrave the bedrooms as well. So that should all be very pretty, and everyone should have lovely, lovely rooms, and they should all be very happy with their lovely, lovely rooms. I've also suddenly come to the realization, I was going, oh, I've only got 5, oh dear, look at, I've only got these levels. There's absolutely nothing stopping me, you know, making this into an up stairway and then going up the way and adding extra living area or dwarf area or whatever I want to do. So, you know, there's actually quite a lot of things I can do. I'm still not sure why no one is using this stockpile. Build workshop. No, to furnace I want a magma smelter. It's L. Should probably make a magma glass furnace at some point as well. Do not make out of adamantine wafers. I seem to be running out of magma-safe things to build things out of. That's interesting. I might need to go... It is always one of those strange things, every so often in Dwarf Fortress, and similar games like Minecraft, where there's this resource that you would normally think, I absolutely am never going to need to mine that. You know, in fact, very often, you know, stones are actually a bit of a pain sometimes because they just take up so much room. Yeah, they're scattered all over the place. So yeah, you actually come up with cunning methods of, wow, I've pretty much run out of rock. Yeah, and no, I've got lots of rock. So I got lots of rock, right? And normally you're not going to think in terms of what am I going to do? Oh no, I've run out of rock. But the fact of the matter is, I've run out of certain types of rock. As ridiculous as that sounds, and I certainly seem to run out of magma safe rock. So might have to go have a look for some gabbro. Because it looks fairly clear that diorite is not magma safe. I'm going to have a quick look at the farms for a second. The farms are alright. I was correct in that wagons cannot, in fact, get past this dogleg here, and therefore cannot get into the caverns. And I want to, because if this whole ramp thing is supposed to work, then they're not going to get past those doors, is why they can't get there. That's fine. So I may have to change my entrance. Possibly just get rid of the hatches entirely and have defences. My defences would be here, so essentially everything up to that point would be open, maybe down to here, and my defences would actually start here. This is where I would, corridor full of cage traps, for example. Smooth these walls, and then engrave fortifications in them, so I can also have marks towards in a corridor here, shooting anything that moves here. Drawbridge here to trap anything and just shut everything off if I need to. That kind of thing. Again, I seem to have ended up in a very nice place that isn't requiring me to turtle down all that much. I had a Cyclops, and that's pretty much all that ever happened. I really need to start organising my workforce properly, but given what's happened, given I just I haven't really started making my fortress proper yet. I haven't really felt the need to do that. That level of micromanagement is always something I've never been quite good at. I wonder how many new migrants I'm going to have to get coffins ordered up for all of them, but obviously I'll wait until they all show up. Oh, what's that capillar? Is that a rooster? Let's go look. A reindeer calf, that's going to get eaten. Is that all our immigrants? Looks like. Right, so I'm going to see if there's anything that needs to be... Alright, let's see if you shift G's. Anything that should only be grazing things. So there you go. These are things that aren't pastured, but they're all things that don't need to be pastured, so that's fine. Might as well put the piglet in there. I mean, I'll probably want to create underground stuff later on. As I start to get my actual fortress my underground fortress. And I was actually thinking earlier that because around here, look at all this water. I mean, I can make with just a bit of pumping, a bit of hydrological engineering. This could be a farm level, for example. And I just grab some of this water for irrigation purposes, and make like a very small pump stack, and just irrigate. But I'm not going to be able to do that until I sort out these stairs. And specifically this little dog leg here. But basically all this nonsense. I can't even remember what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just going to stop doing it. I think what I'm going to have to do, what I'm going to want to do is go up a couple of levels and create something that'll, fall down and destroy everything. For that, because then what I want to do is I want to collapse here and I want to fill this up, and I think I've made it difficult for me to do that. I clearly have failed to understand how collapsing works, and until I do something like that, I'm not going to be able to drain all this stuff out. So I need to do it here, and I also need to do it either in a great big lump here or in two smaller lumps here. But I clearly don't know how to do this, and it's just caused problems. I think the dwarves should invent concrete. That's what I think they should do. Just pour concrete into channels of water and get rid of it that way. I think that would make sense. But anyway, we need to set up a hotkey for this area and up here, so I can keep track of things properly. Masterpiece engraving, that's good. Oh, let's not do that. Aha! I've got exactly one bed. Right, how many beds do I currently possess? Beds. Kind of assuming it'd be around this area, the cabinets and doors, and better get beds. So I've got one bed and I've got 20 down on the ground. Currently got a population of 69. And I'm obviously going to need all of these filled at some point. JMQ bed. So I should maybe do it as a workflow thing, but that's another thing I'm going to decide when it comes to being down here. Am I going to set up or, discover, put together a tree farm. I mean, I can do it just by irrigating an area, and that should be enough. So, currently pastured, non-grazing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, because the piglet's grazing. Just keeping the piglet here, I suppose, just so it won't wander around. As opposed to anything else. Well, that's working nicely. Still don't understand why the claim is that there are no metal objects to melt. Because as soon as I do that, it says there's no needs, melt designated item. Oh, for heaven's sake, I know why. I know why. It's because it doesn't show up in this workshop, but there's somewhere on here there's a stockpile. This stockpile here. Give magma smelter, which means that magma smelter will only do things involving that stockpile. So that one can only do stuff involving the adamantite thread. That's the only thing it can do. It can't do anything else. And I suspect if I set that one up to smelt adamantium wafers, sorry, if I set this top one to only smelt adamantium wafers, it probably can't, because that stockpile is the only place where the adamantium thread should be, and it will only give to that workshop. It doesn't show up on the workshop menu. That's a thing I need to think about. I need to keep that in mind when stuff like that happens. Cool beans. Now, did I actually set up? I can't remember if I set up to make any. I don't think I've done anything with the adamantium wafers yet. I mean, there's a lot of things that I could, in theory, do, but I haven't done any of them. I guess I'm waiting for all the wafers to be done, but it's like I'm going to want an adamantite supplied military, so that's armor and it's weapons and it's gotta be gotta be careful about these things. Right, so let's connect Dwarf Fortress with Dwarf Therapist. And we'll go with Migration Wave. So we've got 6 this time. A stoneworker, a trapper, an engineer, a weaver, furnace operator, and grievers. That's kind of sweet. No job though, which is rather interesting. Right, so that's the items being done. So that large iron cap is now going to be iron bars, which is going to be nice. And the question is, I do have marble, and so I can in theory make pig iron and thus make steel. It's a bit of a question on whether or not that's a thing I actually want to do. Whether it's worth the effort. But I'm, yeah, again, I do not know why this stockpile is not being used. Because it should be, as far as I can work out, it should be. Right amount of iron. Want all the iron bars. No blocks. Blocks of raw adamantine, but there shouldn't be blocks of any of that, so that shouldn't actually happen. But bars, that includes... What does it not include? Yeah, adamantine. It should. Yeah, but that stockpile's not being used by anybody, and I'm not quite sure why. And there are, metal bars available, so... Although there aren't, I don't know where those metal bars went that were just made. Someone just made them. Stocks. Bars. Oh, okay. It's possible that the iron helmet did not in fact provide enough to make actual bars. And needs to go find other items. Now I cannot remember. I've set up a couple of stockpiles for things. I can't remember if I've set this to be armor. I've set it to be... In fact, I don't think I've set up an armor one. Yeah, this is weapons and ammunition. That one. So I'm just checking to see where the horrible flamey fire is, so I can make a stockpile room without constantly being hassled about it being warm stone. However, all my diggers are busy. See if I've got any beds that aren't artifacts. I was going to smooth all these first, wasn't I? Yep. So I'll just leave that. Lots of masterpiece beds happening, which is quite nice. Well, this looks like the smoothing's been done, so okay. So I can smooth all this up. And so this inner area here, that's going to be. I can make some yeah. Sorry. This is going to be a big dining room and statue garden, possibly memorial. Chuck in some, slabs and that. I really must find out. I really must give that guy a really nice room or something. It's about the only thing I can think of that'll stop him going crazy all the goddamn time. What type of stones is it? Schist. That lever, incidentally, I don't think I just suddenly remembered that lever doesn't do anything at all. It's just got a really nice mechanism in it. The idea that people would wander past it and go, "That's a really nice lever. Wow, that is such a nice lever." I feel happy knowing that lever exists. I don't know how successful that is. Right, so yeah, I've got, that's not going to get done for a while. So I'm going to make a little, I'm going to make an armor quantum stockpile here. And then, yeah, when I've got everything, why am I paused? When everything's sorted, that's going to be a perfectly fine place to put everything. But it's also going to mean that my melt people when they're melting stuff. What I really want is I want an everything I'm going to melt stockpile down there is what I want. Right, where else is hot? Because I'm probably going to want glass at some point. That's going to be there. No, okay, so I might have to go more that way if I want glass. I'll probably want in the end more smelters and forges off that way, but well, apart from anything else, I'm gonna have to have enough iron or something to make an anvil if I want another forge. And that's going to be outstanding. I mean, I might end up getting, not only asking for iron bars from, dwarven caravans and that, I may actually have to start, buying all the humans' iron stuff. Specifically so that I'm going to be able to melt it down. Which is a bit crazy if you think about it. Right, let's have a quick check of something. My mare, look how happy my mare is. And export of high boots prohibited. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I should get a captain of the guard. There's a thing you do. It's it's a bit of a waste, but I might. You make a hammer out of something utterly ridiculous, and then you make sure your hammerer only gets that one really stupid piece of equipment to use. Should really set up a well at some point. I mean, it's not like I don't have tons of water available, but it's getting that to. I mean, ideally somewhere here would be a well. But it's going to be arranging it. I mean, it might be as simple as making a pit and just everyone just I would set up a bit of the caverns as a water source, and everyone just chucks water in the pit. I mean, I did that. I've done it in previous Fortress Gate Gully to do that. That's a bit sad. Oh, it's a mangled corpse. Oh, that's my tantrum guy, I should think. Really need to assign him a really nice bedroom or something, and just give him a really nice place to live in, or something. I honestly don't know what I can do for him to stop him going crazy all the goddamn time. Right, am I needing more miners? I've got at least one spare pick. Let's filter by nothing. essentially saying I don't have any miners at all. That can't be. Oh no, wait. Stupid scroll bar. That was very confusing. Okay, so I've got miners all over the place. He's still very unhappy. He slept in a great bedroom. He was blissed, annoyed at lack of chairs, disgust at fresh enemy as man. I think the problem is getting his stress down is quite hard. I mean, these guys all have negative stress, and he's got positive stress, and just it's getting quite hard to actually bring him down to a reasonable amount of stress. What if I should just turn off fishing for everybody? I mean, fishing never seems to be particularly useful, but keep it for going. Right, so that's lots of beds done. But, yes, I haven't actually, so I'll just check in queue, bed, 30, just do another 30 of those. Let everyone get on with their wall detailing. Is that my tangerine miner? I think that is him, yeah. So he's got quarters, that's pretty much what he's got. I finished up some work, that was very satisfying. I think, yeah, he was just really upset by everything for quite some time. I don't believe I can find his quarters necessarily. Don't know what to do to make him happy. I mean, basically got injured a while back and has been grumpy ever since, and has simply never stopped being grumpy. Which may something about may tell you something about, you know, how deeply upsetting getting injured was. But he just can, you know, everyone else seems to be okay, and I can't seem to break him out of his misery. It's possible that, you know, the constant bad thoughts about, you know, from being injured may mean that he's never going to get over it. That stress is going to be with him forever, which is a problem because every so often he tantrums, and it would be nice to kind of not have to deal with that. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the melting. Woo, copper bars. So I could at least make another pick if I need, if I feel the need. Righty right. So I've taken my first tentative steps towards creating my underground fortress. So that's good. I'm going to have a quick check of my log stocks. Logs, 183, okay, that'll do. Don't particularly need to cut any more trees down, so I won't bother just yet. Still, I'm confused about some stockpile stuff. It's like, why are things not going into the stockpiles that I think they should be? But I'll just have to cope with that. Oh, okay, it's just a mechanics workshop. I was wondering what that thing was. It looks like an animal trap, but it's just that's just part of the mechanics workshop. And that's fine. really to set up some more hotkeys, but I'm kind of, oh, I don't want to set up hotkeys because I don't know what I'm going to need when I finally have my fortress down here properly. It's like, well, you know, you can always set that up later, but at the same time, so I'm just still not setting up. Well, okay, I've talked myself into it. Okay. So I can just rearrange these things. There we go. There's the mayor's quarters, all nice and tidy. Well, apart from the gems still lying around in it, but I haven't bothered to make anywhere to put gems. One of the many things I should get around to doing. Is that our grumpy miner? Yep. It might be an idea to make, you know, not just engrave, but get that miner the nicest possible things in their room so they're as happy as possible. But I don't know how likely that is. Or how much, I mean, how much effort, I mean, do I ultimately want to give them like a proper, you know, 5x5 set of quarters filled with lovely toys, you know, like chests and things? You know, maybe that is indeed something I want to do. You know, gem encrust all their furniture and all that kind of good stuff. There we go, yeah. I really decide also, you know, do I want to start rationalising the caverns and making them do what I want them to do, and giving them jobs, essentially. You know, do I want to civilise the caverns, or do I want to block them off forever? And all that water at the bottom is a complete pain to deal with. If I could drain all that away, that would make my life a lot easier. But I have I've very, very clearly failed to make that work thus far. Well, that's coming along quite nicely. You know, you always got that old problem of the dwarves just not doing anything in any sensible order. But you know, what can you do? I didn't want Jay, I wanted you. That's my medical is my main miner, and he's just spending all his time doing other things. I have all these idlers, and I really ought to like insist that they perform some kind of job. I don't know that I think I've run out of spare picks that I want to go to stocks and find weapons. Let's go to enhance view effect. Alright, I've got one pick that's not currently actually being used. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, so finding someone who's got a fish dissector, that is a stupid job. Just make sure it's not whacked out. Oh, so that person is a miner. Take them off fish dissecting. Well, you know, actually, let's not bother that. Their fish dissecting is completely irrelevant, so it doesn't really matter. Weaver, keep weaving, brew, keep brewing. Blacksmith, oh, I'm mentioning I want blacksmith. A gilder! There we go. can't see myself needing a Gelder anytime soon. I would also thought there were lots of hauling jobs to do for my idlers, but apparently not. I mean, probably at this point, this is where I should start making sure my miners. I can start specialising. I mean, I've got 69 dwarves here. No children. So it's kind of at this point that I really should start specialising and say, you know, the haulers just do hauling, or at least, you know, miners don't do anything else. So, with that in mind, so these folk all have the mining. It's not very obvious. No, I'm not quite sure I can. There we go. So I can take all of my miners off hauling. Like that. Trying to work out what other. Excuse me. I can go by profession and stuff, but you know, a lot of that's sort of random. I need to set up a hospital. I need to sit down and have a great big list of things that I want. You know, like a hospital, like a dining room, like, you know, soap production and glass production and iron, steel. Assuming I don't even know if there's any iron on this map. I haven't found any. Which reminds me, at some point I'm going to want to do some exploratory mining at some of the deeper levels to see if I can't find some iron. I'm going to need space for my various. I don't know what I was about to say there, but I'm going to need space for various things. You know, exploratory mining, like here, which hasn't got me very much. Space for animals, grazing room. Farms down there, because the other option is to have a farming community right up the top, and that's actually a bit of a pain. Don't do any exploratory mining now when you have got lots of mining jobs that you want done. That would be a silly thing to do. I've got all this galena. But galena is not that useful. Silver isn't all that useful. Got lots of gems. I need gem setting. Yeah, there's a big long list of things I need to think about. I can expand upwards, which is cool. Autumn's come, which means I might get a dwarven caravan. That's a neat thing. That's a thing I will want. I might start asking them for iron. I might well start asking them for iron. Zuntir, you are a never-ending source of amusement. While Zuntir babbles around like a lunatic, I'm going to leave things there, and I hope you've been enjoying watching. Please like and subscribe, and come join us at www.nearlyenoughdice.com for role-playing game themed podcast and blog. And until we meet again, do have yourselves a very dwarfy day.